What's up, Patronijeks? Greg here. Okay, it's been a weird day. So last night, I was on my way to go watch Creed 2, and literally on the road, my car just stopped working. Battery light came on, and then my car just died. And then all day has been dedicated to, like, what's wrong with my car, and then I had to, like, figure out how to get a new battery. Then I had to find a mechanic, because apparently it wasn't just the battery, it was my alternator. Then I had to get a new alternator. So, it took up most of my day. But, I wanted to see Attack on Titan, so let's get to it, shall we? Hit and play. Canada! He says kaboom. Whoa. Levi really is the ultimate badass. Gotta give it to the guy. I'm gonna have some notes here. If you hear me typing, that's just me making notes. Hey, if you're watching this and you haven't followed us on the Stardust app, make sure to do that as soon as you can. And, I don't want to mess up this screen recording I have going on, but I can't remember the name of the person, but there was someone who left a comment recently who said, and I feel terrible for not knowing right offhand, I should have prepared it. There's someone who said that they joined our Patreon just so they could watch Attack on Titan with me, so thank you. You know who you are who said it, and I appreciate you being here. And if you're watching this one, leave another comment. And I was skimming through messages today. It was Victoria Huntley's birthday yesterday, and I did not catch that message till a little too late, and I feel bad about that. Pain. Ooh. Ouch. He didn't just die, did he? I'm really digging the sound design right now. Ooh. Damn! Damn! That was a cool fucking tracking shot right there. Just like Matrix Reloaded music. So. Interesting. Oh, dude. I don't even care. There's no Titans right now. Okay. Dope. Ooh. I love this Western vibe they have going on. Wow. Setting up the rest of the season. Hey! He's fine. My dream is getting further, and it's a note. Dude, I love that maneuver that he's doing. Aww. Dude, that is so cool what he's doing. I love emotional, intense Levi. Ooh, bad call, dude. Bad call. Who just died? Someone got like fucking Abrahammed right there. Okay. Lord Rice. You bastards. What is Erwin up to? Should be Ottoman. Oh. This is interesting. Like, they kill a lot of Titans, but killing a human's a whole other thing, huh? I don't think I'll ever get bored of Mikasa this concerned about Eren all the time. Hmm. This is like the movie Unforgiven. Nice. Exactly. Hmm. Let's get some more questions. No answers. Ah. That's that was a big switch right there. Thank you. I didn't want to get too into this other subplot. Hmm. So snappy this show now. Tisk, tisk. Entrepreneurs right there, huh? Going all hostile on them, huh? I don't want to lose the Titans, though. The Titan focus. Ugh. You seem like you're pretty good at torturing, Levi. Todd. I'm not a big fan of the way the last two episodes have been paced, if that makes sense. I feel like they're really in a hurry. I know the characters are. Rice. Rice is the true loyal family. Hmm. Really feels like this is going to be Levi season. Ah, that is a pretty big reveal. Hmm. I have some processing to do. This is really cool. I like the age film look too, especially with Historia. This is really beautiful. Was this in the last? This was in the last credits. Huh. It's like we're getting Historia backstory right here. This is like some Danny Elfman music. Interesting. A lot of information in this. This seems like ATs. I'm ignoring it. Okay, so while I enjoyed this episode more than the first episode of season three, there's a lot of great takeaways from it. Obviously, the action sequences in the first 10 minutes were incredible. I love the human on human violence we got here, especially Levi doing that awesome thing where he's using that cable to like grip a human, pull him in, and like slash them up while he's flying through the air and everything. I thought that was really cool because you always see that in effect when they're zipping around the city or when they're fighting titans or whatever. And I like how a lot of this storyline with the Kenny character, who's now apparently part of the military police, which enhances the questions even more. This storyline with Kenny, it feels sort of like a western, and it really seems evident that this is going to be a Levi season. I know I touched on it with the last reaction, how the first episode, the opening credits have a lot of Levi in there, and there just seems to be a lot of hints that we're going to learn a lot about his backstory, a lot about his upbringing. And I like that we're getting a much more emotional side of Levi. Normally, he just has that very cold delivery. I can't speak Japanese, so I'm not going to try. But he normally has this like very cold, very dry delivery. But lately, we've been seeing him get a lot more intense than when he's encountering these giant humans. Like he's aware of the danger of the humans. And I guess that's what I really like about the writing here is if Levi wasn't so emotional about the humans they're going up against, I probably wouldn't find it as intense because I'm like, they're just humans, they ain't titans. But with knowing how much fear is in Levi's heart and mind, you can see it in his eyes, you know that these humans are a serious threat. So I like that element. In the first 10 minutes, I thought was very exciting. Very cool. The music in here I thought was great. Like all the way down to the end credits, which sounded like some kind of Tim Burton, Danny Elfman mix. But in the beginning, it kind of had a little bit of that Matrix Reloaded Rob Dugan. If you haven't heard Rob Dugan's music, you should check it out. Rob Dugan kind of score, and then also that I love any music that sounds like drums, like the drum chasing kind of music when people are running on foot. I love that kind of stuff. And you're obviously getting hints into who Kenny is more. Finding out that he killed a bunch of military police. Now he's part of the military police. He has has a line in here where he says, "My dream is getting further and further away. I don't know what that dream is. I don't know who Kenny is, but it's very intriguing." Not 100% sure what Erwin's up to. I don't think we're supposed to know. It's another question mark that has been raised because he has that moment in there where he's talking to one of the scouts about how, there's someone from his past, and he says, I'm gambling like he always does, something like that. I don't know exactly what Erwin's up to. He's always has something else up his sleeve, but you always know he's on the good guy side, so that's reassuring. And there's elements to this human drama that I do like, because I referenced the movie Unforgiven, and in there, it's like the realistic Western Unforgiven, where there's a guy who fancies himself as a really cool cowboy, then he kills a human for the first time, and he's very traumatized by that. So I think this element's really neat. You're 3 seasons in, and these people are trained to kill Titans, but they don't view them as humans, even though we've been learning that some Titans evolved from first being humans, or we don't exactly know what the Titans are. Maybe they are just another evolution of humankind. However, to kill a human directly must take an emotional traumatic effect. So I appreciate including that psychological element when they have to go and kill humans, our main characters that have never had to deal with such a thing, because Titans are not exactly, they're conscious, but they don't really have a conscience. And humans have a conscience, so you're when you're taking away a life like that, it adds a whole different kind of dynamic in who you're killing. And I appreciate that they include that in here, and how Levi just has to be like, suck it up, change, accept who you are, and just get to it right away. If we're going to rescue them, we got to be willing to kill. Because Levi seems like a really cool leader, and I like who he's shifting into in this leadership department. He's always been a leader, but especially now more than ever, we're seeing that leadership side in battle. And having to kill humans is a very different element, so there's a lot more human drama here. And with that in mind, there's also some cons that I can sort of feel potentially happening. Kind of makes me flash to The Walking Dead, how The Walking Dead, is walkers and the life that the people have had to live because of the walkers. And now we're getting so much human drama and so much human focus, it doesn't really seem linked to the Titan aspect. I'm sure it'll come back around. At least that's what my hope is, to Attack on Titan. I don't want to lose that element, and there were so many questions, cliffhangers left over from season 2 that I kind of want to just get right to. So I'm hoping that all this human drama stuff does link to all that as soon as possible, because while I appreciate the added depth, while I appreciate having this psychological element and, understanding more of how the society works, I'm still like, this is not really what I tune in for the show for, and I don't want this to try to become like a political society Game of Thrones show, because that's not what I'm here for. I love Game of Thrones, but I don't want this to try to do that. Maybe the manga does that. I don't know. Simultaneously, I just don't find it as gripping as other storyline elements. And with that, since there's already so many cliffhangers, so many questions, and now you're introducing all these other new elements, it makes the pacing feel very rushed. I feel like the last 2 episodes have not really taken their time. So while I get there's a sense of urgency within the characters in terms of how they're telling the story, it feels very rushed. I'm feeling like a lot of moments that should really hit me more are not really hitting as strong as I'd like them to. I actually don't really know how people have responded to season 3. I don't know how people responded to any of the seasons. I just assume people love this show. From my honest perspective, sometimes like slow down a little bit. Slow down. It's information overload and moments where characters are crying and being emotionally affected. It's going so quick. And while I like a fast-paced show, while I like urgency, there's a difference between characters feeling it and story and direction kind of rushing it. Either way, there's obviously more pros than cons that I've been taking away from it, but the cons do definitely stand out for myself. This element of finally getting more information on Historia Rice, and they were talking about Lord Rice earlier, so Historia is a very important person, heir to the throne or something like that. I'm not exactly sure. I'm sure it was laid out for me in this episode. I just wasn't as pulled into that storyline as I probably should be. So I'm looking forward to what unfolds, but I would like it to tie into the stuff, an audience member like this tunes in for. I really care about those elements, especially with such good cliffhangers, that I'd like it to get there. And I also like the show to slow down a little bit. It's like, I think the animation is super polished, and I still think there's a lot of great elements here, but I would like it to slow down a little bit, and hopefully, the next episode is back to the perfect. Because I remember season 2 kind of felt that way in the beginning as well. Not exactly rushed, but readjusting to its new approach and new style. And likewise, I'm doing the same thing here. I'm readjusting to the new approach, new style. Hopefully, by next episode or episode 4, I'm like, okay, I'm on board for this. I get where this is going. Cool stuff. It's not going to stop me from watching the show. I still love it. Still think it's awesome.
I dig it.
Anyway, guys, thanks for watching along. Glad I could catch Attack on Titan. Much love to all of you. Happy Thanksgiving.